As the buzzer sounds, we bring you in on the SMG Network live streams powered by TKDS Sports and presented by Hilscher Clark Electric Company. Welcome in, everyone. I'm TJ Downing, joined by my partners Jim Bostic and Jamie Fallsnight here on the campus of North Canton City Schools. And boy, guys, we have a great Federal League duel for you. You know, Jamie, I got a chance to see what you put out there on social media today, and, you know, it's when you talk rivalries, and this is a great one. I don't think this is a good one. This is a great one when you get a chance to have North Canton, Jackson, rivals, the orange, the purple. You know that there's going to be, you know, there just might be some bloodshed tonight. Guys, this is going to be exciting. I'm happy to be here with you, and you know, Jim, take it away, partner. This is wrestling at its finest right here inside of the Federal League.
No, we thank you, Tej. I'll tell you what, James, I don't know about you. I've been watching you, brother, man. You're back and forth like you're warming up, getting ready to wrestle tonight, huh?
I can't help it. I'll be like that all night. It's Jackson Hoover, man. It's always fun. You know, these are two communities that are very similar. You know, the kids are the same type of kids. The demographic is the same, you know, and these kids have wrestled each other their whole lives. You know, some of these kids probably wrestled each other 3 or 4 times in the youth. You know, they recognize each other. You know, everybody knows what they have to do. Everybody knows what their job is for the team, and it's very important for one like this. So this is not going to be one that somebody runs away with.
No, I'll tell you what, you know, you and I were talking about that off air a little bit. A little speculation. I think you had told me earlier your son who will be in the lineup tonight. Very excited to see that.
Oh, yeah.
You and him went back and forth. You kind of shared with you, said, hey, Jimmy, Tan thinks this might go down to heavyweight. So
yeah, they, you know, him and one of the other kids, him and Alex Bosky, were sitting there breaking down the scores up, you know, and talking on the phone in their room, and they were like, they had it even at heavyweight, and those two kids can break it down, you know. So we'll see. Now that doesn't come into play. That's like they just looked at the regular weight classes.
Sure.
Coaches have other plans, you know. There's always a chance that a little bit of gamesmanship is played. I know there's a couple of weight classes here. I see in North Canton where they weighed in 2 guys. Nice. You know, so you never know where those chips fall. I know that if there's a chance to move the pieces around and it gives you an advantage, it's all, you know, you're always going to take that advantage.
No, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Jane, before we get too deep into tonight's broadcast, I'd like to send out some thoughts and prayers to our wrestling community, actually right here in the Federal League community. Assistant coach for Lake, Dave Bergner, great young man, known him all his life. His father passed away this week. I had a chance to go up to visit him at calling hours. I saw Coach Klein coming out. But thoughts and prayers from SMG Network to the Bergner family on the passing of Dave's father. And, again, great guy. I'll tell you what, James, that guy was at everything when Dave wrestled. And even when Dave coached, man, you see his dad up
Absolutely.
in the stands, man. So.
Absolutely. And then, you know, that's what wrestling does. It builds a community. And you rarely have just one kid in the family who does it. You know, it's usually like a family tradition. And, you know, people, you know, you get behind each other as a family, and then you meet other families, and that's how the sport grows. That's how we met.
Absolutely, brother. No, absolutely. Your brother Tom and I, of course, wrestled each other years ago, and Tom and I reconnected over time, had a chance to work together there for a while over at Summit Academy. I think Tommy's still over there.
Yes,
and
sir.
I love to see Tommy when he comes. Is he going to be here tonight?
He's in the house. He's over there. Is he? Yeah, he's over there with about 9 Floss nights.
I love it. I'll tell you what, and scanning the crowd, ladies and gentlemen, great crowd. Jimmy mentioned that right before we went on air. The electric, you kind of already feel it here. The North Canton crowd, I got a nice crowd over there. Jackson has a good following there. I don't know about you. Parking lot was full. It's tough to find a spot coming in there.
Yeah, and then, you know, that this one always brings out the people that only make it to one duel a year, you know, things like that, you know. People want to come out and see the North Canton Jackson match or the North Canton Lake match, you know, the Perry Jackson matches. Everybody wants to come out because all these rivalries mean something special to everybody, you know, because, you know, not just Jackson and North Canton do they wrestle each other all the time as kids. We're in tight-knit communities, you know, all through the Federal League that are just so exciting, you know, and when it gets down to the end of the year and you have like, oh, we wrestle Lake this week. Oh, you know what, I'm going to take that one in because the season's just about over. We're down to our last, like, this is 3 duels. You know, you have this week, next week, and the one following, and then, man, it's sectional time.
Absolutely. Well, we're getting very close to the run, and I'll tell you what, again, ladies and gentlemen, you are joining Jamie Fosnight and Jimmy B. TJ Downing will be back with us here in a little bit. Our live broadcast of the North Canton Vikings, Hoover Vikings, who are hosting the Jackson Polar Bears here tonight. And that was our last JV match. James getting ready for our starting lineup. It's going to be really interesting to hear. As you said, Coach Gamble there weighing in a couple guys. Well, actually, it looks like we're going to start with our national anthem. So with that, please, ladies and gentlemen, join us as we honor our nation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, our national anthem. We'll be giving our starting lineups here momentarily. Again, you are joining SMG Network Live High School Wrestling, powered by TKDS Sports and presented by Hilscher Clark Electric. And, of course, James, as always, we're going to have to pick that Hilscher Clark Electric performance of the night, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as the night goes on.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I already see where it could lay out.
Okay.
Because I see two really big, intriguing matchups here. At 150, you have Alex Bosky, the strangest wrestler in Starr County history, maybe. With the funkiest style of anybody, maybe that I've ever coached. Definitely anybody that I've ever coached. And he's taking on Zach Saleh,
yep,
right?
Mr.
And
Saleh.
last year they had like a 4-2 match. It was a war, So I know that's one that could be highly anticipated. And then you get at 175, like right after that next match, you could have Christian Friel and Cooper McKinney or Cole Slayball or with Cooper McKinney. That's where I see maybe where the gamesmanship might come in. Do you throw Friel out and see if you can get that win? That'll be a nice battle, Or do you sacrifice one to move Friel up? Who knows? Those are one of those spots where you could see a little bit of gamesmanship out of Coach Gamble. But I'll tell you right now, if you see Friel and McKinney and Bosky and Saleh, I think the winner of one of those is probably going to be one of them.
All right.
Definitely already something to keep an eye on.
All right, that's at 157 and at 150 and 157. Yep. So back-to-back matches. We could have our Hilscher Clark electric performance of the night coming out of there. We'll see how that shakes out. Now, a little bit different tonight, James, with our broadcast. So we do have live streaming going on, though the broadcast, what you're hearing right now, our fans out there just getting as if a radio broadcast. We are going to merge the video with the audio, and we'll be posting that to the SMG Network YouTube channel so that you can kind of recap tonight's action and bring the audio with the video.
Yeah, you should be able to watch that tonight, so that's cool for the people that are here. Unfortunate for the people that are away. I reached out to a lot of people before I knew that, so my apologies to somebody that might be listening right now. Well, I promise you, me and Jimmy we'll do it justice.
Absolutely, brother. Hey, I'll tell you what, I was excited, and it was you that talked me into it, right? We had that opportunity over with the Cleveland State Iowa State match early on the season. We weren't permitted to bring video because of rights that went out on us.
Yep.
And James says, "No way, Jimmy, come on, let's do this like radio." I'm like, "All right, brother, bring it on."
Yeah, man.
And it was a lot of fun.
We're here.
That's right.
We're going to sit and talk about it.
Absolutely.
We may as well put a headset on.
Well, they've got the lineups almost introduced. Now, James, I think you had said earlier you did a little reconnaissance there. We're going to start at 106 pounds tonight, correct?
Yes, sir. And, that's Stamatios Paxos, who's putting together a heck of a sophomore year. And I'll tell you, and actually I think one of the turning points to his career was he had a battle with Ethan Demas last year at 106.
Yes, remember
Demas
that.
was 106, right?
Yep.
He had a great match. I think that that was one of those moments where he believed that he belonged, and
the switch flipped, if you will.
And boy, he's placed at every tournament. He won the West Holmes tournament we were at last week. He took first place at 6. He was a little undersized at 6 last year. Now he grew into it. So he's been a real an exciting spark in the lineup for the Vikings.
Well, as we get ready for our first match tonight at 106, just so you know, as we introduce our wrestlers, talk through, I'm going to give you the Polar Bear wrestlers. They come to the mat, followed right behind. Jamie will give us the Viking wrestler, or vice versa. We'll have a little fun with that as the evening goes on. And I'll tell you what, James, you can feel it. Here we go, 106, about ready to go out onto the mat, and I'll give us our Polar Bear wrestler. Going to start at 106. It's going to be a sophomore, and this is going to be Carter Helene.
All right. Well, we have Stamatios Paxos coming out at 106. Looks like we put our kid out first. So it looks like I don't know if we won or lost the toss and chose what or not.
Yeah, good point. I wasn't
know.
watching there, but again, we had the coin toss there. That toss, of course, determining who gets choice in the second period, odds or even. So as this match goes on, we'll make sure we get that to you. So,
and more importantly, who has to send their wrestler out first?
Yeah, good point.
Because that's where you determine whether North Canton has to send out Friel or Slayball or they have to put out McKinney. So when they did that coin toss, I guarantee you that match is the one that determined whether they wanted to be odds or even.
All right, now I think you had a 4-1-1 on our official tonight. He's making his way out. Who we got officiating the match tonight, James?
We have Chris Logan, graduate of Lake, great official. I told him, he asked us if we broadcasted the state finals. I said, yeah, we did. I said, I badmouthed you a little bit. He goes, I wasn't there last year. And I'm like, He goes, but I'll be back this year. So he's definitely a perennial state tournament official. I was surprised when he said he wasn't there last year.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First period underway. We're about 10 seconds in. Both wrestlers trying to size each other up. The height advantage going to Paxos. Nice shot underneath on that single leg. Helene trying to fight it off a little bit. Paxos in good position. He's going to pop that head. Nice, too.
It was a nice shot. It was a little far away. There was no setup, but I think the timing was everything on that. If your timing is right, you don't have to be the fastest guy and do everything properly.
Nope, absolutely great job. Paxos on top has a little bit of a wrist ride there. Always going to bring it across. We had a swipe there by the official, but remember, you need to get at least 2 swipes to get to. We only had 1, and Paxos brings him up. Helene trying to break that hand free. And again, James, you and I both. Oh, here we go. Has that arm bar in deep. Official's down in good position. Swipes are underway. Helene trying to find it. Paxos has it nice and tight. You see he steps
do
over.
A good job of bellying down. Paxos adjusts. He needs to go reverse half there. He's going.
Go convention half. Got it in deep.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Oh, it's tight now.
Oh, it is tight, James. Here we
There's
go.
50 seconds to go in the period.
Could we see the first pin at 106? Official in good position down there. As James said, 50 seconds remaining, 45 here. Helene trying to fight through out of this half Nelson. Now he steps. Oh, there it is, the fall. And the first match this evening going to the Vikings, a pin by Mr. Paxos. What do you think, James?
I said walking in that I don't know who's going to win, but I'll bet money that the team who gets pinned the least is who's going to win this match, because I think there are some discrepancies. There are some guys that are going to go out there, and their coach is going to tell them, you need to stay off your back. You can lose, but you can't give up those extra team points. And this is one of them right here.
Well, you and I talked about that early on. It's going to go to those extra team points. Where's the tech ball? Where is the pin? Major decision. So, again, here we go. Who we got at 113 for the Vikings, James?
We have Joey Factora, who's a backup that came in because Little Reniker broke his elbow. And he's come in and he's done a good job. He's actually wrestled really well, but he took a couple of years off, and he's getting his sea legs back.
All right, that's all right. And the Polar Bears bringing the mat a seasoned freshman.
Absolutely.
He's been with the program for a long time. This is Brody McKinney at 113. Looking at the two wrestlers, we're underway about 30 seconds into the first period. The wrestlers go out of bounds. And again, as Paxos had the height differential here, McKinney a little bit taller than his Vikings opponent.
Might be the tallest McKinney ever.
I think
he's
you're
a tall
right.
dude. And this is one of those matches. Jackson is expecting McKinney to go out and get a pin here.
Well, I'll tell you what, McKinney just tried a little head pound there, a little snap action, but again, nice job.
Yeah. Joey Factora did a nice job of catching that leg on the way by. He needs to pop his head out from behind to get a takedown, but McKinney he's a seasoned wrestler. He knows exactly what he needs to avoid to give up that takedown. He's got both legs in now.
No points as of yet. Official has the hands out, showing no control.
He's going to call stalemate
and
now.
He does. Good call, Jamie. He calls the stalemate. Wrestlers going to go back on their feet. 1 minute remaining in the first period at 113 pounds. Whistle blows. Wrestlers gone, working a little wrist control there, trying to find a little bit of an advantage.
I think that could have given Factora a little bit of confidence there.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. Try that hard snap down did McKinney, and Factora came in real nice on that leg, almost come out the back door for 2, but as you said, a little bit knowing where he's at, slipped in those double boots, didn't give it up, got the stalemate.
McKinney's movement is a little better. His feet are a little more busy. I think not quite as much as I would like if I was coaching him, but he is outworking him with his feet a little bit. And that's a part of being a savvy veteran, even as a freshman.
Absolutely.
And that's what did it. That's what got him the takedown there. He was outworking him on his feet. Factora took kind of a sloppier shot, and he just scored.
15 seconds remaining in the first period. McKinney on top, trying to get underneath there. A little 2-on-1 ride. Going to stay over top on Factora. Good hips there underneath. And I make sure we try to get that arm under. Looks like he's going to let time run out here. A little hard tie there. Going to try to get a couple quick points.
He did.
Did he get wow, I didn't see the second swipe, did you?
Beautiful chop tilt right there. And to me, that's a high-level official. That's a high-level official. He made his first count on the way there. He made his second count, the one we saw. That's a good official right there. You have to anticipate the action to some degree. You can't just wait for things to happen.
Second period, McKinney deferred to Factora. Factora looked over at Coach Gamble, says, "Where you want me, Coach?" Says, "Let's go on our feet." They're on their feet now. On the single leg there is McKinney.
That was a beautiful little setup. He faked the left side. He sweeps single to the right. That was an excellent shot. He gets a nice solid takedown right there.
2 points on the takedown. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining in the second period. Right away he goes underneath. Has both of those wrists tied up. Releasing one. Factora works one free. Needs to work himself up to that base again there, and we'll see if he does work up again. We'll see. Ooh, McKinney, a little hard cross face there as he's across on that far arm. We'll see if he's going to do something with it, whether he goes bundle, cross face cradle. We'll see. Got to come off those hips a little bit, though.
You're that tall, you're expecting him to be a cross face cradle guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I certainly would.
Cross face cradle, throwing them boots in, using that body as leverage.
Factora's got that shoe. I don't know if that's super helpful at this point. If it stretches his arm out, it's no good. I think he's stretched out now. He needs to just let go of that and crawl forward right now.
McKinney
it's
scooping
super
ahead.
close to getting back points right now.
Absolutely. McKinney. Oh, there it is.
No.
Oh, one swipe. Only going to get one there. 40 seconds remaining in the second period. McKinney on top. Bout score is 4-0.
Yeah, it said 4-2 there for a second. I was
2 takedowns and back points. Yeah, they had me crossed up.
And here's another set. He's holding 2 right now.
Now it'll be 8-0 at minimum. Let's see if he can get the 5 count and get 3 here, as Jamie and I talked about early. It's going to be those extra points. It's not going to be all about decisions.
They're going right back to it. I hear Coach Meisner, do it again. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not mad at that call.
Absolutely. Again, your coaching staff. I'm going to run down here for the Polar Bears. Their head coach, Mr. Ronnie Hepner. Coach Hepner is assisted by Zach Meisner, former state champ from Jackson, Colin Carneal, Kyle Myers, Kyle Trisnar, and also great to see Ron's dad is right there alongside Ron Hepner Sr. And, James, how about our Vikings coaches?
Yeah, your head coach, you have Nick Gamble, you have Kyle Kelly, Gabe Mahaney, Lambros Paxos, and Terry Friel, and the new addition is Coach Harris over there. He's made such a huge impact on this team. I'm really excited to have him part of our team.
Outstanding. Third period, McKinney starts down quickly right off the whistle. A little bit of a switch move there, gets the reversal. McKinney up 11-0. Going to work for that tech ball, but again, that will give them 5 team points. Still leaves them 1 point shy after our first 2 bouts.
And that
could be the difference, right? That's right.
You know. And you can't hate on a freshman that goes out and gets a tech fall and you lose by 1. There's lots of other, but everybody is trying to do that. As much as you think, the novice person thinks that this is a team sport, which it certainly is, or it's an individual sport, but it certainly is. But these matches matter. Like you have to beat that kid enough to get those extra team points.
1 minute, 10 seconds remaining in the third period. Now the half is in by McKinney. Let's see if he can get that chest back a little bit, up a little bit high, and needs to settle back. Factora doing a nice job trying to keep those legs from kind of going into extension.
Keeping
there.
Him from teeing off.
Yes,
now it's 14.
There we go. 3 more points on the near fall for McKinney. It's 14-0. Now this time if McKinney goes to the back, he's got to get the fall. Or hats off to Mr. Factora for keeping that 1 point for his team. 45 seconds remaining in the third period. McKinney on top.
This is what shows how smart a wrestler is, or how well they understand the sport. Does he do a tilt and get the 2, or do you see him really working pinning techniques? He's coming right out.
He's going to come out in front.
Completely working pinning techniques.
Absolutely. 20 seconds left, trying to work a little near side cradle position. Great job by the Viking wrestler, not letting it happen. He's going to come across hard. 15 seconds. At least might want to get at least a 2 to get the tech fall, but I don't think he's going to get that, James. 10 seconds left. 14-0.
Both guys trying with everything.
Yes, they are. Hats off to the front. To Mr.
It's not over. He got
3 seconds.
With 2 seconds left. That's a win for the Vikings
That is a definite win there, even though McKinney coming away with a 14-0 major decision. He'll put 4 points on the scoreboard for his team, but after 2 bouts, the Vikings in the lead 6-4.
Here's another one, man. This is another one that'll be tight on the team score.
Well, here we go. It's at 120 pounds for the Polar Bears. It's going to be a junior. And again, another young man, a lot of experience for the Polar Bears, Ethan Demos.
Yeah, taking on Ethan Kling, sophomore out of North Canton. Both pretty tough kids. There's, a little bit of age difference here. Kling's coming right out after him, though.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Kling on the low shot has Demos up. Nothing there. Ethan scrambling. Kling, very nice job on that low ankle. Let's see if we can get some points here. Kling has that leg up in the air. Demos doing a nice job. He squares those hips up. Now he's got to get that leg back.
He's still clinging to that leg.
And the official in good position, going to watch that knee, make sure that it doesn't go too far. Again, no
Demos
control.
looking cradle on the far side. I think he's got it locked up.
I think you're right. Looking underneath, the cradle appears to be locked, though. Kling hanging on that leg and out of bounds. Well done by the Viking wrestler.
Smart wrestling
Goes
there.
out of bounds, going to get himself a fresh start. Well done. Back on their feet. 1 minute, 21 seconds remaining here in the first period. Both circling. Demos coming up hard with the
his
collar
feet look
tie.
great.
And he's going to come around for 2. Snap down, no points yet. And there it is, 2 points. Demos. But again,
nice
Kling keeps
work.
wrestling, sits out, cuts away on that head, right back to their feet, 2-1.
Demos with a 2-on-1 now. I'll tell you what, if Demos moves his feet like that, it could be a long match for Kling. But I'll tell you what, Kling's chain wrestling really nice.
That was outstanding. No, he gave up the 2, but right away, cut away.
It was not an easy 2.
No, it was not. No, sir. Under a minute to go here in the first period. Again, Demos staying heavy on that head. Outside control on that outside elbow. Now works the inside control. Both wrestlers on their feet. Demos with a shot to the right leg. A little bit too far away, but comes out nice.
Ooh.
Oh, and Kling
little
dropping
funkiness
underneath.
there.
And a little bit in a somewhat of a front headlock position there.
Both are in the same position here. I'll tell you what, Kling is tough in the front headlock.
30 seconds remaining in the first period. Both wrestlers kind of tied up out front. Again, as Jamie said, both ends. The wrestler official's going to say, stalemate, let's start clean, boys. Back on our feet.
2-1 with 25 seconds to go in the first here.
And Kling right away to that far wrist. Has it there. Demos again into the 2-on-1. Has that head down a little bit. Like to see if he can get that head up just a little bit there. But Kling doing a nice job, James, fighting that off.
10 seconds to go here in this period. Who's going to take a risk?
Demos with a shot again. A little bit. Again, hips are away a little bit.
Nice little reshot by
Kling. Nice job. Yep, but right at the buzzer.
This is a nice one.
And it'll be choice going over to the Vikings. Right away, he looks over at Coach Gamble. Coach says, hey, we're going down. Going to the referee's position. Kling's going to go down. Demos on top. Demos will have choice in period number 3. Whistle blows.
It's an easy choice when you already got one. You always got to go for it. Kling's got that leg. He needs to be smart. He needs to get his escape. Don't get greedy here. Demos doing a good job of running that front headlock. He's going to regain complete control here.
Absolutely.
That was really nice.
Kling started with that little sit out again. This time Demos followed him really nicely. Again, like you said, went to the front headlock, but up to his feet, cuts away, opens the gate, has the 1, 2-2. Our outscore wrestlers on their feet. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining in the second period. Again, Demos with a hard collar tie. Oh, he's got that Chancellor in. Has it, but no, Kling. It's
a sloppy shot. Kling or Demos with a really hard snap and a kind of a desperate shot there because he was moving forward. And they both wrestled out of it pretty well.
Kling underneath. They come back up. Demos with an underhook on his right hand side. Kling underneath. Oh, now he's going to kind of double him up. Let's see what Ethan's going to do with that. Wrestlers back on their feet. And Kling doing a nice job trying to stay square. Demos again, shot to the left leg. He's trying to work himself around for the 2. Nice whizzer. Not there yet. Kling has the leg spread. Demos needs to go that far shoe across. Both wrestlers. He's got that long link, but Kling
he can cut him back.
Doing a nice. Yep, let's see if he dumps him.
He's popped his head on the backside.
And he's set up.
That's where the 2's going to come right there.
And there it is. 2 points. Demos on the takedown. 37 seconds.
And he's got
remaining.
That bottom leg turned.
And now we're going to swipe. 1 swipe, 2 swipes. We're going to get some back points. Nice job by Demos. And 30 seconds left. He's going to come away at least with 3 on the near fall.
Nice little bottom leg Turk right to the football of the head. Take him over, get your points. Referee's holding 3 back points right now.
Yeah,
so
Ethan's got to give that move up. Well, he's going to award the 3.
Wow, he awarded it.
And he awarded it now. Kind of in the same position. Not sure that I saw him release it, but hey, Ethan will take it again. Got the 5 count there. There's the 3, awards it.
Oh, my goodness. A lot of referees don't award it with the Turk.
And the whistle blows. They're going to get another 2 with it, or no, he does not. So at the end of period number 2, your bout score 10-2. Demos in the lead going to period number 3. Looks over to Coach Hepner. Coach, where are we going? And right away, Ethan in the down position. Referees. Whistle blows. Kling doing a nice job. Cuts across from right to left side. Demos is now up to his feet. Trying to get those hips out underneath. Kling doing a nice job riding over top on that near ankle. And a little bit of a switch there. Set it up nicely. No points as of yet. Ethan's trying to come around. Kling doing a nice job hanging on to that leg. He needs to follow or possibly get into a stalemate position. Let's see what happens.
Just a heads up.
Yep.
They're both named Ethan.
Oh, good call, dude. All right.
You threw me on the last one.
Yeah, you looked at me like, what?
Just a heads up.
1 minute, 25 seconds remaining in the match here. And Kling again, Demos not scoring. It comes over top, a little bit of a bunny hop over the top.
He's might get reversal.
Oh, and he gives up the 2 reversal. And right away, nice, little chin suck back.
Nice suck back.
Yeah, nice by Demos. And there, one swipe does not get the second, but does get 2 points on the reversal. 12-2 our bout score.
So we are in a major decision right now. If he wins by 8, he earns the team 4 points rather than 3. If he gets the tech fall, he awards 5 points for his team, and obviously the pin is 6. So that's what we're talking about with these team scores and these bonus points. That last reversal put him over the bonus.
And Demos had that arm bar on the left side, had the half on the right side. He's going to come out of it. 42 seconds remaining in the bout. Demos on top. Kling looking to build that base. Demos with a nice job keeping that pressure. He needs to score here. We got to extend this team score. Need a little bit more. Oh, he got the cradle in.
He didn't get it. He was close. He's
close.
He
was. Yes, he was. Back to position there.
20 seconds to go in the third here.
Kling on all fours. Demos trying to work on time.
Looking for that cradle again.
And
Kling doing a good job of peeling that hand and adjusting. 10 more seconds. Oh, that was a little early. Now there's 10 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds. We're under that there. 12-2 our bout score, and it looks like that's where it's going to stay, James. But we will have a major decision. 4 points going to the team score for the Polar Bears. Demos coming away with a 12-2 victory at the 120-pound weight class. Puts 4 points up for his team. It's the Polar Bears 8, the North Canton Hoover Vikings 6.
Demos is a tough dude, man.
Absolutely.
I thought that was a great match for both boys.
Yep. Nope, Demos has done a great job. A lot of hard work in the offseason. Was a member of our USA national team. James, he came one match from becoming an All-American last year in freestyle. So
he's a tough kid.
Yep, one more year with him. I hope we see him out in Fargo again. But here we go. Time for the 126-pound weight class. For your Polar Bears, it'll be a freshman. This is John Traxler.
For North Canton, you have junior Javen Long. Javen's having a tough season, in on a nice high crotch. He's so athletic. If he just figured a couple things out, man, he would be so much better. But Javen doesn't have the same experience as everybody else, and he tends to get himself into trouble. He wrestles himself into trouble a lot. But he's an athletic, lightning fast dude.
Boy, absolutely. In on a nice low single. Traxler has nowhere to go with it. Gives up the 2. It's 4-1. And Long, he says, hey, let's go on our feet, buddy. This is old North Canton wrestling. Love it. Love the feet wrestling. Kicks him out. 4-2 our bout score. 118.
Nice little high crotch.
Yep.
Good, nice little knee pound right to the Turk.
And hooks up the Turk on the way down. That was beautiful. On the way down, hits that Turk.
That's as pretty of technique as I've seen Javen Long ever hit right there. And that was beautiful.
And we had 4 swipes by the official to give
bar.
up 2 points. And doing a nice job, as you said, right to that armbar, far wrist. He's going to walk it over top. Traxler goes over. Official down, good position. He's got the swipes moving. Under a minute to go here in period number 1. Long trying to get the fall to extend the lead of the Vikings.
This is
tight. There it is! And the fall. And your winner by pin from North Canton, that is Javon Long. Javen Long.
Javen Long.
All right, well, the team score flip-flops. It is now the Vikings 12, the Polar Bears 8, as we move on to 132 pounds. Now, this is the tough part of the lineup for, Coach Hepner. They're awfully young. I'm not sure exactly. I don't see the grades for our Hoover guys. You probably have that, James. I know Coach Hepner, he has 6 freshmen in his lineup. And here's another one at 132. This is Colin McCord.
Well, for North Canton, this is senior Tanner Faustnight.
Oh, you know this guy, don't you?
Yeah, he's having one of his best years of his career. So, and he knows his job. His job's to go out and get 6 points for his team.
Absolutely. Then both wrestlers whistle blows. Tanner inside strong. Boy, stand up. And Tanner's so dangerous. He knows where he's at with those hips. He can throw you from anywhere. He'll set it up. He'll throw you from your knees as you're coming around. So this should be very exciting. And Mr. McCord better watch where his pressure's at.
Yeah, he gets that honest. There's home run hitters in our, well, we swing for fences. That's fair enough. That's a better way to say it in our family. We swing for fences.
And wrestlers work on the side of the match. Tanner with a good job, good pressure there, trying to work a little bit over top. McCord coming up, a little bit of front headlock position, but again, it does not matter where you go on Tanner. You better be ready because the hips are coming, baby. Absolutely, hips are coming. Whistle blows, wrestlers on their feet. 1 minute, 19 seconds remaining here in period number 1. Foz Knight coming up, has a nice job, nice hard collar tie. McCord trying to fight off. Looking for a little bit of an elbow pass there on the right side. And McCord, again, kind of in that front headlock position. But, again, as much as he thinks he's in good position, that is a dangerous spot because Tanner knows exactly where he wants to be.
Here it is. If he gets his hands locked, that's where he throws
the hands are locked. There it goes, and the throw comes. Tanner has him on his back. Foz Knight, the official counting. 45 seconds. He's going to tighten it up. He's got that head and arm. He's got it nice and tight. And there it is, the fall at 132 pounds for the Vikings. Tanner Foz Knight. Yep, you called it, man. He said as soon as he locks his hand, I think you said lock, the hands
you got it before I said it.
Yeah, and the hips went and over went Mr. McCord. 6 points going to the scoreboard for the Vikings. Our match score right now, the Vikings 18 and the Polar Bears 8. Moving on to 138 pounds. Again, another freshman here, James, for the Polar Bears. This is Barish Baynot.
We have Connor McClintock here, Jr., and I'll tell you, Connor McClintock's streaky, man. He can wrestle really, really tough, and then he'll have some ugly ones with some really good kids. But I'll tell you, he's right on course here to be in the thick of things at the district tournament.
Boy, right underneath has a little fireman's carry there. Has the arm, comes around, gets it 2 points. And he's going to release and put him on his feet. Boy, I'll tell you what, James, looking at McClintock, nice looking 138.
Isn't he, though?
Really well built.
I'll tell you the cool thing about McClintock is his knees bend like Kerry Colot's, like they're just made out of rubber. And one time we were at a No Haste East State tournament, and I looked at him, his parents, and like 3 other parents, and I said, you know what, you guys don't even know this, but if I was a college basketball coach, your son would be the tallest, because he has that gift of flexibility, and he's rock solid little dude. You don't really get both.
No, absolutely. McClintock again on that fireman carry. Picks up back points with it, 7-2. Our bout score, 1 minute, 14 seconds remaining in period number 1. McClintock just bringing the offense. A little bit of cross there, drops underneath, gets another 2-point takedown right on the line. They'll go back. 1 minute, I got a feeling he's looking over at Coach Gamble. What do you want me to do? Put him on his feet. They give the 1. Our bout score at 9-3.
Oh, looking for a little arm drag there.
McClintock keeping a good pressure. Baynot trying to find a little bit of an opening there. Again, it's awful tough. Big match tonight here as a freshman walking in against a young man that you look across and looks like he's chiseled from granite, if you will. And Baynot, a little bit of pressure there, and I can see there's a little duck under, going to drop underneath. Nope, out of bounds. They'll go back to the center neutral position. That was
every bit of 6 seconds too late.
44 seconds remaining in period at number 1. The Vikings with an 18-8 match lead. Our bout score 9-3. Mr. McClintock in the lead. Nice little arm drag, runs across, drops underneath.
Now
gets
it's
2
time
points on the takedown.
Now it's time to go ahead and try and pin him.
And we'll see if he's going to. Nope. Yep. Good call. He was going to let him go. Heard coach say, nope, let's take it the other way. 25 seconds remaining in period number 1. Baynot has to get off that belly. Got to build a base a little bit. McClintock looking for something on top there in a pinning combination.
I think Beno is kind of holding, kind of stalling a little bit. He's a freshman. I'm not knocking him for survival mode. I'm surprised that the ref hasn't called him. He is a little clammed up down there. So I think McClintock's struggling to find some openings.
No, absolutely. And you're exactly right. A freshman, you're in a varsity lineup, and you're trying to hold some points there for your team. We're going to have a defer here. Beno has choice. He's going to give choice over to the Vikings, and McClintock, no need to look over at coach. I'm going on my feet. So neutral position, second period underway. McClintock, nice job on that outside. And again, drops in nice on the carry, throws it through. This time we're going to have some more back here. Keeps that arm locked, has the head down into position. Might want to pop that head here after he gets his points. There's the head pop. Now he's going to take him down. Could be into the fall position. He already has his 3 on the back point.
He's got it locked up on the other side. He just needs to get his hips down.
Lower those hips.
Kind of keep circling this way.
And there it is, James. There's the fall. And your winner by fall at 138 pounds. That would be Mr. McClintock, Connor McClintock with the fall. Match score 24-8.
Well, we're off and running, man. We're closing in on the halfway point. We have had a lot of action so far. I said it early. We can't have pins. You know, you're not going to win this thing with when you're giving up pins here. So we have Owen Pasek here.
All right, and for the Polar Bears, they're going to come out with sophomore Mason Winter. Mason, he's been around the program for quite a few years. Had a chance to coach him back in the youth days. Nice to see him still out there giving it all, and out of bounds they go back to the center.
Owen's a great kid. He started late, like in 7th grade, 8th grade, and clear and without question the hardest worker in this room. So you always want to cheer for that guy, you know.
Absolutely.
Every team has one, you know.
Oh, absolutely. And now Winter has the collar tie there. Pasek, and there's a little bit of a shrug motion. Nice job. Tried the shrug, comes back to the single leg. Has the leg up in the air, and fighting back in, does not get it. 2 points. Pasek, Winter tried to come back inside to get that leg, but before he could do that, Pasek, nice drop down and scored the takedown.
Nice little
roll by Winter.
And
there's the 2-point reversal. Nice job.
We're going to have us a war here, I think.
Winter with the armbar on the right-hand side. Not sure if he's got the far wrist or underneath on the half or maybe the tight waist. Not sure. He's that's come up. Bad position there. Yep, potentially dangerous
there.
Yep. Arm slipped up on the arm bar. We're going to go back to the center. 1 minute, 6 seconds remaining at 144 pounds. And time has stopped. Mason.
Looks like a cramp.
I hope it's, yeah.
Oh, looks like he's cramping up on both sides. You know, it's funny, you see all these football players with cramps all the time. You rarely do see it in wrestling. As much weight loss and all that stuff that wrestling gets is you see a heck of a lot more bloody noses than you see calf cramps around here.
A lot more nose plugs than the Ben Gay rolling out. No, absolutely. Mason Winter down right now. Coach is working on, looks like his calves there tightened up a little bit. And you called it, James. I'll tell you what, nice start to this match. 2-2 our bout score. Pasek with the takedown and the reversal by Winter when the match stopped.
No hesitation on that reversal, too. You know, that's when you see the level of the kids getting to a higher and higher level is the amount of the lesser the time in between techniques. You know, when it just muscle memory and it just flows is when they're going to a higher level. And clearly, these guys, this is our most even matchup we've had in a couple matches.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. Back to live action. Winter has them worked out there. Pasek's going to be down. Winter on top. 31 seconds remaining in period number 1. Whistle blows. And looks like we might have
I think Pasek might have moved a little. Oh, wait.
Nope. Going to the top man. Elbow. Now that's a little interesting, Jamie. Was and again maybe he got the wrist colors mixed up. He pointed to green on the caution. Green and it's the elbow. Usually your green, is that not your home team most of the time?
I'm not positive if that's a rule. You might be onto something.
Well,
I don't know about
just
that.
back when I was officiating, I knew that's what it was. Boy, Pasek
he didn't get the escape.
Nothing yet. Pasek has that near leg. Wizard.
Just get your one. There you go.
There
That's smart wrestling at that point.
And he listened to Coach Fosnight. He got his one. They're back on their feet. 3-2 our bout score. 40 seconds remaining in period number 1. Wrestlers separated, trying to find an opening, trying to keep that same height. Both about built the same. Nice, tall young men.
This could be one where footwork makes the difference. Both guys' feet are a little heavier than when this started. Look at them standing right in front of each other, kind of feeling each other out.
You know, Jamin, I don't know about you, but back in the day, you know, coaching and that, you know, seeing Mason there with that arm on that left shoulder, I understand it's kind of a little bit of a shrug. Nice job.
Peterson.
And right in, I'll tell you what, nice little shrug trying to get the takedown.
Absolutely.
By Winter, but Pasek dropping in almost in that Peterson position. No points are yet. The official has his hands up. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Oh, he's going to get it.
And he comes across hard. I think we're going to get 2. There's 2 right at the whistle.
Right at the
no
buzzer.
back
Pasek.
points. And Pasek stays in that Peterson position.
What a great technique for him to go from that shrug. That was a beautiful shrug by Mason.
Yes.
V shrug. And Pasek knew because he was going for the Merkel position for the takedown, and Pasek went right to that Peterson. That was great technique by both guys.
All right. Yep, and Winter had choice, I believe, or no, had choice, deferred, and Winter took it down in period number 2, but Pasek, he gave them the escape. They're on their feet, 5-3 our bout score. Pasek in the lead here, just underway, period number 2.
Well, we have 2 takedowns, gave up a reversal. That's what makes the choice there. Now, I'll tell you what. Pasek out-wrestled him in a moment there, but that could have really easily been 2-2. I mean, not.
Oh, no. You had a couple more seconds left on the clock.
No, I mean 2 takedown and 2 reversal from that. If he gets that Merkle position.
Right. Well, if you had a little bit more calm, you have 2 on the takedown, 2 on the back off that Peterson.
Right.
Pasek underneath on the leg. Winter on top, trying to fight that leg back. Has the near ankle. Nice. Needs to elevate that. No points as of yet. Pasek doing a nice job. He doesn't want to give that leg up. Winter trying to come across, try to hook that leg up. Got to keep that leg high. Coach trying to get him to get those hips.
Step over it. He's trying to hook that back foot. Right
and
now,
there's the 2-point takedown. Started to kind of go in for that cradle position, and Pasek decided better part of valor. Let's give it up 5-5. Our bout score under a minute to go in period number 2.
That's the difference in the Alex Bosky style is when Alex feels him starting to go behind, Alex will put his head underneath that foot and create a new scramble where he's not going to score right when he hooks that ankle. Pasek, isn't quite as savvy when it comes to things like that, just from many years of wrestling over him.
The sophomore right now on top over on Pasek has the near wrist there, trying to pull it over there on that near side. Has the ankle hooked on the near side there.
He's got half on the far side. He needs to jump over.
Half is there, 20 seconds remaining. Again, has that near ankle
you don't want to
hooked.
hang there if you just got Peterson.
There's nothing, absolutely not. There's nothing there at this point. 10 seconds remaining, period number 2.
That is,
A little bit of a reinforced
he's got that back
half.
ankle ride. He's got that back ankle ride that secured him in.
4 seconds remaining. That's going to end period number 2. Our bout score 5-5 as we go to period number 3. Choice going to our Viking wrestler and looks over. Mr. Pasek says, I'm going down, and down he goes. Here we go. Official waits. Pasek getting himself into position. Mason hovering over top, waiting for the alignment. Looks like, not sure they showed alternate start. He did, showed the official, so the escape is going to be given by Winter. They're on their feet, James. 6-5, both wrestlers choosing to give each wrestler an escape. They want to wrestle that little referee's position, so I love it, man.
Let's win or lose this one on our feet, fellas.
Absolutely, baby. Absolutely.
Can't hate that.
6-5 our bout score. Pasek in the lead here. Period number 3, 1 minute, 35 seconds remaining in the third period. Vikings on top of the match, 24-8. Polar Bears need to get a win here. Keep this thing a little close because you've got some good wrestlers coming up yet off the bench for the Vikings. Little collar tie there, trying to work that head a little bit is Winter. I tell you what, though, James, he's banging that head. I like to see when he bangs that, lower that level when that head pops. See if you can create an opening underneath for a shot. We're banging, but kind of
so
staying
much
there.
Just leaning on each other, standing flat-footed. I said in this when I think they both kind of realized that they're the same kind of kid and kind of reverted to whereas you saw Kling wrestle at Demos's level.
Right.
They both reverted to each other, which happens, and they're just nice little shot.
Absolutely. Out of bounds they go, under a minute to go. I'll tell you what, Mason's got to get himself up here. He is down by a point. He needs this takedown here. Looks over at Coach Hepner.
I'm not sure he's taking a shot for a while.
He has not.
It's 50 seconds to go. He's down by 1. He needs to take a risk here.
He's going to have to create an opening. Pasek can just circle, kind of stay square. Doesn't really have to commit nothing at this point if he doesn't want to. Up 6-5, 35 seconds remaining in the match. Again, a little bit off to the 2-on-1 on the right-hand side. Pasek squares up nicely. He's not going to give it up. Down to the knees, Pasek goes. Has that hooked underneath, 25 seconds.
Pasek with the head position, which is key here with short time.
And again, doing a nice job. Winter staying at the same level. And a little bit of that shuck again. There it is. 2-point takedown. And Winter waiting for that little bit of a V-shrug. Pasek again working into that Granby position, or the Peterson position. Has that wrist. He's got the leg. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Winters is pretty spread out here. I don't think he's going to be able to roll it. Yep.
Yeah,
and there it is. Wow.
He needed to bail on the Peterson and just run front, pop your head, and go.
Absolutely. 7-6, our winner at
Huge
144 pounds. 3 points going to the team score. The sophomore, Mason Winter.
Huge win for a winner. You can put that in a ballot in the box for electric athlete
all right,
there.
all right. We're going to circle that one. Keep our eye on that as we move on. And here we go. Looks like we're at the 150-pound weight class.
This is where it should be fun. These next two are going to be the big ones.
Now, looking here, it said that 150 is Zach Soleil, but I'm looking across. That is not Mr. Soleil.
Well, they let the gamesmanship begin.
Yeah, I pulled the headset off to hear. This is Reese Meyer. So, yeah, you said there could be some gamesmanship
there's definitely
here
gonna be some
at
funkiness.
this point here. So, Meyer coming out for your Polar Bears. And, of course, Mr. Bosky for the Vikings. Again, just a really, really fun young man to watch. I'll tell you what, up at the Medina tournament this year, what an effort by that young man.
Pinned 4 kids with his back on their chest. Who has a tournament like that? Nobody.
Not
But
many.
he does all the time. With the firemen's, Bosky with the firemen's getting back points right here. Needs to adjust to his half.
1 minute, 25 seconds there. He made the adjustment. Again, Myers trying to fight off his back. Does a nice job. Gives up 3 points on the near fall. 5-0 our about score. Bosky has those legs crossed underneath that far arm. He's going to get some more swipes here, James.
Bosky's not a huge pinner. He's more of a back, he gets a lot of near fall. It's those funky Peterson positions where he gets a lot of pins.
They go out of bounds as they do. Mr. Bosky getting awarded another 3 points on the near fall. 8-0 is our bout score. 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining in the bout. 24-11 our match score. Meyer down, whistle blows right away, collapses on that near arm.
Yep.
See if he puts that arm bar in. Looks like he's trying to work that arm bar on the left side. Has the wrist.
He's got it now.
Arm bar is in, has the far wrist. Going to release. Boy, deep, tight waist. Look at that.
Yeah, he's
nice
a long body dude, so
Yes,
he can go
is.
get that. We would grab the far wrist.
I'd be lucky to get to the belly button about that time, right?
There he goes. He did
And
go
there
to the
it
far
is.
wrist.
Swipes are there. He's going to
locking
double
the
it up.
double. Yeah.
And he sits through nicely. Like to see him pop that head up just a little bit, get a little bit of pressure in there. 30 seconds remaining in period number 1.
It's a tougher spot to pin people from than people think. That double arm bars, depending on how long, how flexible, there's a lot of variables in that.
20 seconds remaining in the period. Alex Bosky trying to get the fall for his Vikings here. Official down in a nice position. Reese Meyer doing a nice job fighting it, not trying to give that up.
10 seconds to go in the first period.
Bosky again readjusts, sits through, starts to sit through. There goes the scissor, sits through.
Not going down.
And
Bosky's in the
whoa, and we're going to make it to period number 2. 3 points on the near fall, and that'll be 11-0 going into period number 2. Myers looks over at his coach. Coach Hepner says, let's go neutral. They're going to go back on their feet. Now, again, we talked about team points, right? If Meyer can hold on, not give up the fall,
right,
that 1 point may come into play later on down in the match. You never know.
Exactly. Bosky absolutely knows his job's to pin this guy. And this is one of those weird spots he pins people.
This
is absolutely one of those spots.
Funkadelic right here, baby.
He's very strategic right here.
Nice job on that low single.
He wasn't going to get it, so he bailed out the back door.
Yep, out the back door. 2 points on the takedown, 13-0. Now he knows if he puts Meyer on his back, he cannot let him off, because if he does, 2 or 3, it's a tech fall situation. A little bit of a, again, everybody calls it different, ball and chain, bulldog, however, whatever it is there on your terminology.
Ball and chain guy. I'm ball and chain guy.
Ball and chain guy. And releases it. Again, Meyer trying to fight through. Oh, he's going to get the tip. He's going to get the tech fall here. This is going to end it here, but I'll tell you what, hats off to Mr. Meyer. Saves a team point for the Polar Bears. And at 150 pounds, your winner from North Canton, that'll be Alex Bosky. And again, I know Mr. Meyer has his head down, does not need to do that. He saved his team a team point. We'll see if that comes into play later on as Coach Hepner is moving up his 150-pounder to 157. This will be Zach Soleil.
This should be interesting. This is Christian Friel. Christian Friel's having quite a junior year. He is a strong dude.
Oh, yeah, he's put together.
I coached Christian for a long time. I'd tease him because he would make moves up and he would do things wrong and he would overthink it. His technique is really starting to come this year. You're really starting to. I would tease his mom. Shout out Darcy Friel. I would tell Darcy, I'd be like, what is it with that kid? He's hitting actually real moves. When did he start doing that? Real techniques.
Absolutely. Wrestlers on their feet working some head control there. Both of them come really hard with that collar tie. Nothing there. As the junior from Jackson trying to find an opening. Again, nice square stance there as Friel not letting anything happen, and as well as creating any kind of an opening.
Yeah, he's like wrestling a fire hydrant. You know, he just don't budge.
That young man is. I think him and Mr. McClintock must be in the weight room quite a bit together. What do you think?
Hell yeah.
1 minute in the first period as, again, nobody has yet to take a shot, both trying to feel out the situation there. Of course, Soleil bouncing up to the 157-pound weight class. Shot underneath. Friel, nice job. Has the hips back. Soleil's got to work himself. But, again, awful hard there. Like to see Friel post those hips away. Yes, he did.
Shot right with his head between the legs. Friel's too much for that.
Yeah, too strong, too big, 2-point takedown.
Going right to the Turk.
Right away into it. Let's see if he can go underneath with a half or kind of cross-face.
Cross-face. That's where he's just too
go.
strong.
30 seconds remaining in period number 1. Soleil trying not to give up the back points here. 2-0 our bout score.
Uh-oh, he's a butcher guy, too.
And he's got it bundled up, brother. He's coming across
he's
there
nasty
again.
With that.
18 seconds. The swipes have started. There's the second one. We're going to have at least 2 points. Readjust. Soleil trying to come through. Can't fight his way. Just too much is Friel. Friel has it in good position. 5 seconds left. Soleil's got to try to hold on. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Soleil fighting Bridges, trying to come through, and he's going to make it out of period number 1. But, boy, nice job on that butcher. Woo.
That's his bag, man. Cross-face cradles and butchers.
Choice going over to the Vikings. Friel looks over at Coach Gamble, says, what are we going to do? They decide to defer. Soleil is going to go down after just fighting off a onslaught by Friel. We'll see what happens here. 5-0 our bout score.
Friel's tilts have improved this year, too. He's nice with his little roll-through tilts and standing tilts.
Yeah, I got to believe, looking at that young man, that, grip he has probably on that wrist area, it's just got to be like a vice to try to peel that off and try to stop that tilt from coming through.
I'd be telling him to keep looking for that butcher. Keep going cross-face cradle. Go to the cross-face series. But I've been doing that to him since he was in 4th grade.
He's
Get back to it. You put those legs in, I'll chop them off.
1 minute, 30 seconds remaining in period number 2. Soleil on all fours has to find a way to get that outside leg on the mat, try to get some pressure coming underneath on the claw. There is
Christian Friel. Yeah, he's doing a good job. Friel's doing a good job of staying off his hips, kind of working from one side to the other.
Kind of working those hips. Oh, here he's going to try to put the legs in, maybe.
Yeah.
Nope, does not go through. Going to kind of crab right on top, keep those hips pinched down as he tries to work a little pressure on top. Good job.
I think he's just
ankles.
A little too much.
Well, Soleil now kind of bundling up down there. The official's going to have to keep an eye on that just a little bit. Got to have some movement. I understand. You jumped up a weight class, but got to get off that belly.
The referee does not honor that.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Soleil up on his feet, works the hand. Oh, and he opens up the gate. 1.51 our bout score. Soleil getting the escape. 35 seconds remaining in period number 2. Again,
you'd like to see Soleil open his offense up right here. Right after that escape, you go right back into it, get that takedown to get yourself right back into this thing.
No, absolutely. I got to get that level down a little bit. I mean, Friel is just so much of a tank, man. Nice square stance, follows nicely, doesn't open anything up, no openings. And Soleil right at that one level. Got to get that level down a little bit.
You got to, if you're not going to shoot, you got to at least threaten.
Underneath there, he dropped the level. He went to that outside single, fell to his hip, and Friel with the pressure comes around, spins behind, 2.71 right at the buzzer. 7-1 our bout score lead. Friel with choice. Period number 3. Looks over at Coach Gamble.
And Friel's made him pay for both shots, so it'll be tougher to get your kid to make those attempts here moving on into the 3rd period. So you'd like to think if you're in Friel's camp that Soleil might have one big move that you need to keep an eye on here. But other than that, just keep doing what you're doing. Go get that bonus. Friel's up by 6.
Absolutely.
That's the game plan in that corner.
Absolutely.
Get that takedown, go up 8, and then you go looking for the pin or more near fall.
1 minute, 30 seconds remaining in period number 3. Both wrestlers on their feet. Again, as James said, Frio looking for that takedown to extend, get those bonus points on the score for his team. And nice shot by Soleil. Down underneath he goes on that far ankle, working across. Needs to get that leg off the mat a little bit. You can't stay down there with a strong young man as Friel is. They're still down, and the head caught Friel on his butt. Maybe he's going to lock up for a stalemate.
I don't know.
Trying to work through. 1 minute remaining in period number 3.
Oh,
Soleil looks like he's going to give up the 2. Oh, he did. He bailed. Gave up the 2 points. Soleil with 2, 7-3 our bout score. Under a minute to go in the match.
Oh, he
threw the full Nelson in. Oh, boy. Got a little hungry.
Did you teach him how to cheat back in the day?
I never coached him, brother. I can't make no claim. The McKinney boys, I happened to coach him. Demos, not Mr. Zalay, I did not see.
All right. I won't hold it against you.
Thank you, brother. All right, under a minute to go, period number 3. And Soleil is going to give the escape to Friel on their feet.
With 50 seconds to go here in the third.
9-3 is our bout score again. Now with a takedown, we can get a bonus point, go to major decision by Friel. Let's see. And Zalay doing a nice job pursuing.
Like he's waking up.
Going to go big. Head on, lets it slip. Boy, I get it, but
yeah.
11-3 the score now. Now Zalay has to get out and break that major decision. Get that 23 seconds.
This is where the butcher can happen.
Wrestling.
Get out of bounds.
They're going to go out of bounds. All right, looks like Zalay may have one opportunity here to cut that major decision off the board. Right now, 4 points going to the team score for the Vikings. 19 seconds left. Soleil gets into position. He's going to be down. Friel on top. Official has set. He has set. Whistle blows. A little bit of a lurch out by Soleil. He's up on all fours. On his feet. 10 seconds remaining. Dropping down to the single, not going to give it up again. This will be a major decision. 4 points going on to the team score for the Vikings. A little bit of a roll attempt there. And no, does not get it all the way through. Going to give up another 2 right at the buzzer. And our bout score finishes up 13-3. 10-point differential, 4-point major decision. And our match score 33 for the Vikings, 11 for your Polar Bears.
I think that there was a little bit of chippiness over here between Friel and somebody on the other side. I don't know if it was on the coaching staff. I don't know if it was one of the kids, but I can honestly say I've never seen that side of Christian Friel.
Well, hey, he took care of business though, didn't
he? Absolutely. He probably took offense to it that they bumped up on him, and good on him for, looking at it that way.
No, absolutely. Well, we're going to move up to the 165-pound weight class. Again, moving up into that weight is a senior, the only senior in the Polar Bear lineup. This is Cooper McKinney.
Yeah, he's taking on Cole Slaybaugh. Slaybaugh is a kid that came out this year.
Well, 2 point on the
he
takedown
wants that
from
cradle,
McKinney,
that's
and
for
he's
sure.
got the cradle in. It's nice and deep. 1 minute, 30 seconds, trying to hook that near leg or far leg there. It needs to fall off there. And he's got it flat. Looks like the official good position there. And there it is, the slap of the mat, and with 24 seconds into the match, into that period, coming away with the fall, the winner from Jackson, Cooper McKinney. Whew. But again, as you said, right, first-year wrestler, did what you need to do. A little bit of gamesmanship in the middle there, but so far playing into the hand of the Vikings as we move to 175.
This one surprises me.
All right, well, the Polar Bears taking to the mat. It's a junior. This will be Thomas Smith. Who we got for the Vikings,
This
James?
is Isaiah Fonce, and Isaiah Fonce has been out for like the last 3 or 4 weeks. I was not expecting to see him. I would imagine he's going to want to come out and be aggressive right off the bat. When you're coming into the sport of wrestling, you take a little break. It's pretty tough. You tend to see guys go out and try to pin right away, because they know that they're not ready for a third period. And I don't care how much running you do, and if you're not out there on the mat all the time banging it out, then you don't get in that shape. But I will say this: Isaiah has always been a kid that has a good motor.
And here we go, both wrestlers on the feet, 30 seconds into period number 2. A little bit of collar tie going there. 2-on-1 attempt by Mr. Fonce. And keeping that head away is Smith, not letting him get into position. And they break free. They're going to circle again. Trying to find that opening underneath. And again, James, bring it out, stay at that same level. Let's see some level change. Oh, Smith with a little hard collar tie. Fonts goes underneath, has the single leg, needs to step up, does so.
Very
2
nice.
point. There it is. Takedown for Mr. Fonts. Nice job. Well done. 2-0. 1 minute now remaining in period number 1.
Fonts pretty good on top. He's got some nice turns. He can ride a little bit of legs.
Smith trying to work the hands underneath, trying to break that free. Fonts, nice job, has that wrist locked up underneath. Oh, got to watch the fingers there from our angle.
Yeah,
Mr. Smith only had one finger, I think. And I watched that a little bit. 30 seconds remaining in period number 1. Fonts doing a nice job keeping good pressure, not letting Smith up. Smith does come up quickly right back down. Does Fonts take him to the mat?
There's the roll through tilt.
Oh, there it is. Has the tilt there. The official on the swipes. And we're going to come away with at least 2.
He's pulling, we're close to pinning ourselves there. Top man was close to pinning himself right there.
And 2 points on the back points for Isaiah Fonts. They'll go back into referee's position. 19 seconds remaining in the first period. 4-0 our bout score. Match score 33-17. The Vikings with a commanding lead.
Looking switch. Fonts is doing a good job of following there. Nice.
A little bit of a kind of a sit-out cutaway. Not there. Fonts doing a nice job following on top. But I'll tell you what, Smith, trying to keep himself moving there.
He's a solid-looking dude.
And the buzzer sounds at the end of the first period. Their bout score, 4-0 Isaiah Fonts. Choice going, it looks like, deferred, the Vikings did, to the Polar Bears. Smith looks over at Coach Hepner, says, let's go down. So he's going to go down in referee's position. Tell you what, though, didn't have much success there that last period, so let's see if with a fresh start might help him out.
Yeah.
Fonts right away breaks that near arm, crosses over. Good riding on top. Smith outside
doing a
leg
good job
comes
of
up.
hand control. He's controlling hands really well. Just needs to explode to his feet.
Tries to cut those hips away, and Fonts right away rolls underneath. No back points, but we had a little tough position there. And they're right back kind of where they started. There, Smith is down. Fonts on top. Smith needs to. He's not on the belly. That's good. He's on all fours. Need to get that outside leg to the mat, which he's trying to do. Fonts covers over top. Good pressure on top. Working that wrist underneath. 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining in the period.
I probably at this point would put Fonts back on his feet. Go get another takedown. Try to get to that bonus spot where your next time you turn him, you get the bonus.
I know. I'm with you. Armbar comes in. Fonts with the armbar has the far wrist. Rolls it underneath. Oh, here we go. He's going to walk it. Big step. Here it comes. 1 minute. The swipes have started. 1 minute remaining in the period. Smith, and it will not come out. Fonts with the fall for the Vikings.
Fonts going to make it like I don't know what I'm talking about. He wasn't close to any turn to that point. As soon as I said that out loud, he's like,
yeah, he heard you, James.
Coach Jamie.
Yeah, that's right. I'll show you. Put that armbar in, far wrist, walked it over nicely, and our match score 39-17. All right, moving up to the 190-pound weight class, and the Polar Bears bringing to the mat. This is a junior. This is Dylan Lahr.
For the Vikings, we have Sullivan Friel. Christian's cousin. He's a senior.
I'm glad that you find cousin because I went with brother.
Yeah.
And Lahr very quickly in on the single leg, gets the 2 points on the takedown.
Friel was there at 215 last year, and he had trimmed down a little bit and wrestling 190, doing a good job for the team.
And Lahr, nice job trapping that near arm, has the wrist.
He's thinking roll through tilt.
I got to say, thinking about a little bit of tilt situation here as he's trying to tuck it in. There it goes. And and Friel rolls right on through.
He came in through the crotch to do that roll through. It's a lot harder. You need to get the elbow in front. It's a lot simpler to do that.
A little bit of reinforced half on top, but Friel doing a nice job, builds right back into his base. I'll tell you what, Friel's doing a nice job underneath. As quick as that takedown was, I got to be honest, I might kick him out here, get back on our feet. Let's get another takedown. We need some points here. 1 minute remaining in period number 1. 2-0 our bout score. Lahr on top. Friel underneath, again, doing a nice job. Lahr again has that arm trapped, as James said earlier, trying to get that little bit of a tilt action there. Wrestlers go out of bounds. They'll go back to the middle. Referee's position.
Yeah, you're too big to be doing that tilts, man. Break him down flat, power half, keep it simple. Look how strong that guy is.
I was just going to say, Lahr coming out looking like, McClintock.
Yeah.
And looking like
Christian Friel. He's a solid dude.
He's a hammer, absolutely. 50 seconds remaining in period number 1. Sully doing a nice job trying to come up off there. Goes back down. Again, Friel has that wrist trapped underneath. Looks like he might want to try to go through into a ball and chain. Trying to work. I think he's got it. Or does he?
I'm with you on going back on your feet a long time ago.
We got the cradle. No, that's not. No, I would still, And there it is, the fall.
It's just when I say it.
That's 2, brother. What it is. And Dylan with the near side cradle drops that near knee in. Nice job. Gets the fall for the Polar Bears. And with that, our match score: the Vikings 39, the Polar Bears 23, with 2 bouts to go. And even with 2 falls, the Polar Bears cannot bring this out. So the Vikings, team-wise, will be victorious here this evening. At 215 pounds, it'll be a freshman. This will be Will Martinez.
And Trenton Gray, a first-year wrestler. This one could be a fun one.
Oh, this will be fun. This will be fun.
Trenton Gray probably looking for his first league win, I would imagine. And then on a double leg, but, as a brand new guy.
And drives that double. Keep them feet moving nicely. Gets the takedown. Martinez goes down. 2-0 our bout score. 140 in the period.
I'll tell you this about Gray. His feet always move. He's always kind of got his feet moving. So it's kind of exciting to see the new guy trying to figure things out.
Absolutely. Martinez does a nice job. Gets to his feet. Breaks free. They're on their feet. 2-1 our bout score. 1 minute, 24 seconds remaining in period number 1. Martinez trying to work inside. Gray with the collar tie. Right arm is up around the neck. Break free. They open up. And it drops in. A little fake there on the leg.
Feeling it a little bit.
Yep.
Feeling it a little bit.
Yeah, he's excited, brother.
Needs a nice knee shrug. Right there. That was the spot.
Absolutely. That was the place. And again, on the leg, Martinez having both of the elbows kind of locked underneath. You see a little bit of offense. He keeps pursuing, though, Martinez. He's not backing away. Open up, keeps the pressure. That can be a pro-con.
Craig is backing up quite a bit. He's not far from maybe a stalling call. But he's taking shots.
There's the shot. He has the head of the outside. Can he step over, step across?
He's
trying to.
Kind of not sure what to do.
He's not really sure, but that's all right. Has the leg off the mat. 30 seconds remaining. Trying to kick out that leg.
Just be tall. Just be tall with it and move him.
Martinez keeps the leg to the outside. Now he drops to both legs. Then he's going to get the takedown. There it is. Gray for 2. 4-1 our bout score. 20 seconds remaining in period number 1. You can hear the crowd. They're excited for Mr. Gray.
I'll tell you what, that's the team. We're over here on the team side. You love it in a team sport like this when one of the guys who wasn't expected to win goes out and gets himself a win, And they're all super excited. This wrestling team's going to go. I bet both wrestling teams will go nuts for whoever wins on this one.
Absolutely. All right, end of period number 1. It is 4-1. Gray, he's going to defer, give choice to the Polar Bears. Martinez looks over at Coach Hepner. Coach says, hey, referee's position, let's go down. Martinez is down, getting set the alignment. And Gray looking over at Coach, and Coach Campbell says, hey, let's put him on his feet.
Why not?
And that gives him the escape, back on their feet, 4-2. Period number 2, we're underway.
Just don't back up, move your feet, circle. Yeah, he's
reaching underneath there again, and like to see Martinez, a little bit of pressure. Let's get those hips back. Take it down to the mat there, Mr. Martinez. And Gray, nice job. Nice job fighting that. A little bit of a front headlock position for Martinez, but Gray did a nice job. And here we are, back to the collar tie, slipping it. You got to love the young wrestlers, both Martinez and Gray, looking over their coaches as they break, trying to get a little bit of instruction. Martinez tries to drop into the leg. Does not get it again. Gray drops down to that single leg again. See if he can get it up off the mat. Head to the outside. He's got the leg. It's coming up. Martinez trying to fight that head down.
Yeah, doing a good job of trying to push his head down.
And last time, he switched off the double. Nice job. 2-point takedown. Martinez had the arm back. Right into the half. Now, and he slips through. Had the half. Martinez coming up on top. And we're going to have 2-point on the takedown. And quickly, Martinez on the reversal. 6-4, but we did have 2 back point. I see that Gray received 2 back point on that. 8-4 our bout score, 45 seconds. Now Martinez has the reinforced half on top. Gray trying to fight that away, gets that outside hip up. Nice job, 40 seconds. Martinez working underneath the arm. And the official wanting Gray to kind of build that base up a little bit. Martinez rolling those wrists. 25 seconds remaining in the second period. Boy, nice little flurry there, James, huh?
How fun is this, man? It's always super fun to watch super high-level dudes. But then again, when you get to see a couple guys that are getting some of they're getting their sea legs,
Absolutely.
and it's awesome to see.
Absolutely. Martinez on top, 10 seconds remaining in period number 2, 8-4, your bout score. And Martinez coming out in front, does not want to give up any points here. 3 seconds, keep the pressure. Going to drop into the single leg. No, doesn't give it up. Woo, 8-4. And Choice going over to the Vikings.
Help me.
And Mr. Gray looks over at his coaches. Coach says, hey, we're going to go neutral, back on their feet. 8-4, your bout score, period number 3 underway. Back into the collar tie. Do both wrestlers go? And we'll see Gray kind of always initiating, dropping underneath. Martinez doing a nice job keeping that pressure. Still doing it, keeping good pressure here.
Now conditioning is going to play a little factor in this sucker.
Gray again down on that leg, and Martinez gets the hips back this time. Nice job. Coach wants him to spin his finger. Oh, there it is. 2-point takedown, Martinez. 8-6, 1:30 remaining in the period. Gray looking over at Coach Gamble. Coach wants him to get that outside leg up on the mat. Martinez has the wrist underneath, a little 2-on-1. Let's see if he can roll it, get some hip pressure.
Gray is, he's probably never fought through 3 high crotches in one match. At that time, he didn't have the same juice.
Martinez looks over. They're going to give the escape. They're on their feet. 9-6 our bout score.
Gray
1
had
minute.
his hands on his hips, clearly fatigued.
Under a minute to go here in period number 3. They're in a collar tie position. Gray reaching down for the leg. Let's see if Martinez can get back in that front headlock. He's down. He's got to go. Martinez has got to score. 50 seconds remaining. Back into the collar tie. Do both wrestlers go?
Oh, watch that headlock.
Yeah, here comes the head and arm. He went and stopped. He didn't want to go with it. 40 seconds. Martinez has to score. Gray does not have to. Underhook on the left-hand side. Martinez bundles it up. Here comes the head and arm. Gray has a lock. Down they go. And Gray will come out on top with a takedown. He has him in a pinning situation. Let's see. He gets the fall. 27 seconds left in the match.
Holy smokes.
Martinez went for it. Gray felt the pressure. Both went to the mat. Hand is raised. And the fall going to the Vikings.
Wow, Trent Gray with the pin. Holy smokes.
And look at the teammates, as you talked about. They are so excited. Big smile by Mr. Gray as he comes across. There's your son, first guy to greet him as they come across. Little hand slapping, back slapping, and we're ready for our last spot. I can't believe it's already over, James. Going into the 285-pound weight class, and the Polar Bears will bring out another freshman. This is Wilfredo Martinez. So I'm not sure if Will Martinez and Wilfredo are brothers, cousins, but same last name. And who we have for the Vikings?
We have Evan Bell, who's, he wrestled all last year. He wrestled a year before and came back. So he's, he was our heavyweight all last year. He's having a pretty good season. He was out for a little while with an injury. So, again, I'm sure we'll see fatigue in him as well.
1 minute, 35 seconds remaining in period at number 1. The Vikings have the match all in control. This is for personal glory, if you will, here at heavyweight. Both wrestlers on their feet, collar tie. Martinez trying to slip underneath. Bell doing a nice job staying square. Bell, I'll tell you what, James, is a heavyweight, nice-looking heavyweight here for the Vikings.
He was a good football player this year. He had a scoop and score for a touchdown, defensive lineman touchdown this year.
Yeah. You like that.
Oh,
I know
you always like that.
You like that. 1 minute remaining in period number 1. Bell trying to get a little bit of a shrug motion there, trying to get underneath the arms of Martinez. Martinez, a little bit of a smaller heavyweight for
definitely
the Polar Bears, but hats off to that young man for taking on that challenge, because I'll tell you what, I remember when they wrestled Lake, I think it was this young man went out against Anthony Miller, and it's like, talk about David and Goliath.
But a lot of times those smaller heavyweights are more athletic than the big guys, and I've seen lots of small heavyweights have a lot of success.
30 seconds remaining in period number 1. No score yet in the match. Both wrestlers trying to work underneath those arms, stalking each other on the mat. Bell trying to drop underneath there. Again, they're going to go to the collar tie. Oh, nicely. Shrugs that off to a 2-on-1. Let's see if we can get that down to the mat. He's trying. Martinez trying to fight the head off, not get position. Breaks away nicely. Both 5 seconds remaining here in period number 1. we're going to finish the first period. Looks possibly no score. And there it is. Buzzer sounds into period at number 2.
Heavyweight matches, 0-0 first period. We're going to go overtime, 1-1.
All right. Bell looks over at Coach Gamble. He says, I'm going to go in referee's position, Coach. So Bell's going to go down to start period number 2. Martinez on top. Bell is set. Martinez mounts, waiting for the whistle. It goes. Oh, a little bit of a roll here.
Oh,
but he's not in a good position. We've got some back points. We're going to at least get 2. And we're going to get the reversal. We're going to have 2 in the back, 2 in the reversal. And Martinez now fighting for his life. Bell switches. And there it is, the fall. And the way it started is the way it ends.
Wow.
The Vikings. Pins up and down the lineup. Our last match this evening.
51-23. I did not see this be like that. I did not anticipate it to be like that.
And teams going across the center there, shaking hands. Love to see the sportsmanship. And again, Coach Hepner, again, remembering young lineup for Coach. Not sure, James, as you look down through the Vikings lineup there. I think maybe a little bit more seasoned, even though some kids in and out of the lineup. But again, nice match here this evening.
I did not anticipate the youth of Jackson's lineup. You brought that to my attention. Well, let's talk electric athlete. There are definitely a couple of options.
All right.
We lose this one right off the bat. And then you had Christian Friel. No, it wasn't Tanner Fosnick. You had Christian Friel, who they bumped up to wrestle, and he ended up getting bonus over Soleil. But the one that kind of stole the show is Trenton Gray at 215 kind of stole the show.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
You got to vote for electric wrestler?
Yeah.
Who?
That dude had never wrestled before this year.
Okay.
All right, we have a little input there. Hey, my buddy Tom Fosnight down there, Jamie's brother here, joining us. I heard it. I heard what he said, and I'm with you 100%. Go ahead and announce it, James. Who's going to be
our electric athlete
Clark?
today is Trenton Gray.
Trenton Gray, 215 pounds. Again, as you said, a young man just getting his feet wet here. Wrestled the freshman, both freshmen there. Obviously the match well in hand, but again, stayed at it, got the fall. Hats off to that young man. Well done.
First-year senior. And there's so many kids that are like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'm way behind. He may really have a lot of matches where he loses this year, but that moment right there,
he's going to remember that.
It was so worth,
That is a fireside moment, right? When that young man's 20, 30 hanging out with his buds, he's going to talk about this match right there. All right, and with that being said, putting on the headset right now, James, get excited. Here he is, our Hilscher Clark Electric Performance of the Evening from North Canton. This is Tristan Friel. Tristan.
No. This is Trenton Gray.
Trenton Gray. I went the wrong way. Trenton, I apologize. Okay. Trenton, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
Awesome. I think you kind of stole the show tonight. I don't know if you know that, but tell us, you're a first-year wrestler, correct?
Yep.
First-year wrestler. You've paid a lot of dues for that moment you just had. Was it all worth it?
Oh, yeah. I love this sport. It's better than any other
now,
sport
wait a
I've
minute.
ever
Now,
done.
Trenton, you're a senior. You love this sport. Where were you 4 years ago, brother?
I was working on getting my Eagle Scout 4 years ago.
Oh, dude, much more important. You have your Eagle Scout?
Yes,
Shake
sir.
my hand, brother. Congratulations. Well done. That's a great achievement.
Yeah, and it tells the type of person it takes to do things like that, to do things like this. We said it right before you came over. You've paid a lot of dues for 1 year to have a moment like this.
Yeah.
What did you think coming into this match? Did you know anything about the guy? Did you think you might have a chance to tear the roof off this place?
I thought the guy was going to beat me. I seriously did not go in here expecting to win. I just wanted to not get pinned.
There you go. We talked about it the whole time. Like the difference I believed walking in here was who was going to get the most pins, and we clearly did. You were one of the reasons that did it, Trent. And I'm super proud of you, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I was doing the math the whole time in my head, and I'm just like, I just can't get pinned. So I went out there and gave him my all, and then I ended up pinning him.
Well, I'll tell you what, as Jamie and I talked about this going those last 2 bouts, of course, you guys had locked up the score, so really that was personal glory out there. Nice job grabbing down. You went on that single leg there, dropped the hips. Tell us a little bit about your technique there on your feet.
I mostly do doubles. I'm really good at the doubles, but if I can, I'll hit single legs. And
Yeah, you did a really nice job of transitioning into the double.
Yeah,
And, and the first couple were a little ugly. By that third one, you were a seasoned vet, man. Your head was popped up. You drove across. It was a thing of beauty.
yeah.
The other thing, Trent, I really liked, too, you're always over there looking at coach. You're accepting the coaching. Coach is telling you, you had it. Coach said, hey, let him back on his feet. They knew that's where your strength was. Mm-hmm. And no problem with you letting him go there. You were quite confident, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just listen to my coaches, and I expect they know more than me. So anything they say, I try to do my best at.
No, and you did your very, very best tonight. Well, I'll tell you what, we still have a couple more Federal League matches to go, and, of course, getting ready for what we call the run, right, for sectionals. Mm-hmm. What do you think? District could be in the light there for you, getting out of section?
Yeah, I'm hoping that I do my best at districts and states. I try my best at all the different tournaments, and I just hope I can do as good as I did tonight.
Heck yeah, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, Trent. I mean, again, when you say that you're an Eagle Scout, my goodness, my hat off. What an honorable thing that you have done there, and again, that hard work showing, as Jamie said, showing right here on the mat tonight. So, again, on behalf of SMG Network, our Herschel Clark Performance Wrestler of the Night.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Well, good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, folks. Our Herschel Clark Electric Performance Wrestler of the Night. And that was at 215 pounds, a senior first-year wrestler, Trenton Gray. That's exciting, Jane.
Oh yeah, that was worth the price of admission. Even though the match was mathematically over at that point, that it's still the wrestling is still awesome no matter what, And he did. That was the loudest eruption of the night. It was a lot of fun and good for that guy, man. That's a testament to not being afraid to come out too late.
Well, and I'll tell you another testament. First wrestler to meet him as he came back after shaking Coach's hand was your son, Tanner.
Wow.
Tanner is the epitome of a team player, if you will. I mean, he's out there out front, so I know you're super proud of him. We're super proud of him here at SMG Network, and that was really great to see.
Yeah, he's a good dude. We'll keep him.
Well, folks, I'll tell you what, it's been a great night here. We're going to get ready to wrap it up. We'll give Jamie to give us some final thoughts before he does. I just want to, again, thank our sponsors. Jamie and I can't do this without the many sponsors that we have out there. Again, McNeil & Sons Tree Service, the Leathernecks Nation Motorcycle Club, the Sam Center, and Save22.vet. Folks, I'll tell you what, if there's a veteran out there that you know that needs some help, please get on the web, look up one of those three organizations, give them a shout out, and get that person's name to them. They'll be right there to help out. Lindsay's Pizza, tell you what, none better than Lindsay's Pizza. LPL Financial, H&H Truck Parts, C.H. Vallos and Associates right here in North Canton, Apex Surgical, Cackley Insurance, Drive Mine, and, of course, Walsh University. James, I didn't get we were up at the Fear of the Spear, and I'm just going to throw this out because you're younger than I am, brother. I'm telling you what, you and I, business plan, Walsh University. We got to get another wrestling program in Stark County at the collegiate level other than Mount Union, and I think Walsh could be the place to do it. What do you think?
I agree. We used to go to Walsh for a wrestling camp my whole life as a little kid. We always went there, and I associate wrestling with that place. And we're one of the few people that do. I go in that gym, I think of wrestling camp as a kid growing up. You're completely right. That's what we need, and I've always said that's the difference between us and Pennsylvania is there's just more options for those guys. Exactly. So they have more kids doing it in high school, and we're knocking on the door of always being one of the best states in wrestling in the country,
well,
and I think that helps.
Not only the state, how about this county? I mean, let's be honest. Stark County, you and I, you grew up here. I, migrated here, coming out of Summit County, did all my coaching for my kids down here. We have great wrestling. There are, Coach Riggs over there at Mount Union, now Coach Winger with the women. They just got to be licking their lips saying, hey, okay, nobody else around?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, hey, Walsh University, if you're listening, all right, Jamie and I are here, man. We'll help you out a little bit, get things started. So, Jamie, wrapping up tonight, your final thoughts on tonight's match?
Well, it played out kind of like I thought. I really believe the team that had the most pins would win. I did not expect North Canton to have that many more pins. I didn't expect
Great job by the
There
Vikes.
were a couple of matches that really surprised me. Shout out to Christian Friel. They bumped up Soleil to wrestle him, and he went out, handled business, got bonus points. That was an impressive moment for him.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we will be again live on air this Saturday as Jamie. Well, I'm not sure. You might be over.
I'll be at the state duels. For
Okay,
Perry.
he's going to be over at Perry at the state duels. We will bring you a live broadcast of the state duels over at Louisville, where Louisville, St. V, Madison, and Streetsboro will go. The winner going out into round number 2.
That should be fun.
That's going to be. I think that's going to be nice. Nice over there. So we will be live Saturday morning. That starts at 10 o'clock. So, again, we want to thank each and every one of you. Again, this has kind of been more of a radio broadcast. TJ Downing, of course, our engineer running the board, running the clock. He's going to merge this together, try to bring the voice and the video together. You'll be able to pick that up on our YouTube channel down the road. So, again, for Jamie Fosnight, TJ Downing, I'm Jimmy B. We want to thank you for joining us tonight. SMG Network, powered by TKDS Sports, presented by Hilscher Clark Electric. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you on Saturday.
See you next time.